Welcome back everyone, Zaf here. We actually have some pretty crazy news coming out. If you recall in yesterday's video, we went over the update notices, and in those notices, I'll put it up on the screen here, we actually had some adjustments coming to some of our hunters, and those hunters were our very popular ones such as Cha, Jiwoo, Min, Emma, Choi, and so on. These hunters were expecting nerfs, and that is not something any player wants to see. But now if we hop back into the update notice, which I'll put up here in just a second, we can see that the update was modified. It was modified about 2 hours after the reset today, and they actually changed the wording from adjustments to buffed, which is exactly what we want to see. And also, if you haven't already, I recommend checking out our latest video. It goes into detail on the new codes that we have that creators are provided. So in the next few days, I will be distributing all these codes out, so make sure to follow the instructions in our previous video. I'll have it linked in the comment and description box below. Now I can tell you exactly why they did this. I'm looking for the keyword nerf, and if we go down, we can see we have a lot of comments discussing the nerfs, how they shouldn't do it, how they're going to refund any purchases they make if they nerf. So we have a lot of these here: kindly don't nerf, never nerfing. What else do we see here? People are mad about the incoming nerf. So I guess the devs realized that nerfs were actually the worst possible way to do this. Instead of doing nerfs, what they should do is buff other hunters. There's clearly a lot of distaste for nerfs. I hope you're listening to us. If you nerf Cha and Jiwoo, you will destroy the game and lose a lot. So basically, the devs heard us. They know for a fact that they made a mistake there, and that's why they changed it from nerf to buffed, which is kind of surprising. These are our top tier SSR hunters, so buffing them will clearly give them an advantage again, but they are buffing our other hunters as well. So really, we're probably just going to end back where we were before, having the same tier list, maybe some adjustments. I'm sure someone like Libora, having their foxes now deal more damage, would rise in our rankings. We'll have to wait and see, but what I really want to know is what changes are going to apply to our old hunters. And let me just zoom in here, and by old I'm just referring to our main SSR hunters. So with Min, he already is a fantastic support, but I guess with the latest game mode that is coming out, this one here, the one that does provide us the endless battles, Min will probably need to give us more heals, so I believe they can buff his healing potential, maybe giving him shields and whatnot. So it's always a consideration they can make. There is no real notes for these updates. These buffs were certainly not planned. They did plan all the buffs for all these other hunters here. You can see they listed out reasonings and adjustments they plan on making, but with our other expected nerfed hunters that are now getting buffed, there is no talk about what changes are going to come. So I'm very interested to see what's going on. For someone like Jiwoo, personally speaking, she's probably my favorite hunter out of every single one we have in this game right now. She provides breaks, she provides shields, she has tons of survivability, scaling off HP, deals a ton of damage. She really does it all. So what will they really buff here? I really have no clue. They could maybe buff her breaks. It does take a little while to get them off, but really that's just nitpicking. I think Jiwoo is a perfectly balanced hunter, and we have someone like Emma as well. It's very interesting to see what changes they can apply. Maybe more single target damage. She is AoE focused, dealing a lot of damage to mobs, but that does make her single target capabilities a bit weaker compared to other hunters. But then we have Cha. She is our strongest hunter right now. If we look at her moveset, we can only really wonder what they're going to change. If I had to place my bet on it, I would say maybe for the dancer, they're going to extend this duration here. Instead of 3 seconds for the infinite number of uses, it could be something like 4, maybe even 5. Who knows? There is an infinite realm of possibilities for all the changes they can apply. They could also buff the ultimate damage as well. Again, lots of choices here, although with all the stacks Cha gets from her skills and the buffs provided to her ultimate, it would be interesting to see if that does happen. Though one of her other basic skills, the Sword of Flight, this one is a little bit weak, I would say, compared to the rest of her kit. So again, maybe changing this. Overall, I have no idea what they plan on changing, especially for someone like Jiwoo. Her skills are very balanced. Your basic skills can be spammed so easily based on her passive, resetting the cooldown of Water Dragon Rush and Lightning Kick. So the devs clearly have their hands full of this one. They definitely did have to backtrack on their nerf statements. We all know adjustments mean nerfs, and it seems like instead of leaving hunters the way they are, they plan on buffing them, which is a very strange turn of events. Again, I'm not complaining, I'm all for it, seeing what they're going to do. They're clearly giving us more value in terms of what our hunters can do. I guess that says a lot about the new content that's coming out. Again, if you didn't watch the latest video, you can see we are getting new game modes. Let me just scroll up all the way here. There we go, should be right here. So we have this new content, the Battlefield of Chaos. We're basically going to have an endless supply of mobs coming in, and the rewards we get will likely be determined by how long we survive and how many bosses we're able to defeat. Again, it's all speculation at this point. We just have to wait and see. There's also the other game mode, the Workshop with Brilliant Light. This is another game mode that's coming where you have to challenge various bosses. So that's why I'm under the impression that someone like Min definitely does need a buff. They only provide limited heals, and their overall kit can use some changing, but they are the #1 support unit we have. But that doesn't say too much. That's just because Min is practically the only real support buffer we have, providing heals and buffs, as you can see. So there's definitely going to be a balancing act going on. At least the devs do have a solid head on their shoulders. They realized what they were doing was not the best course of action, so they quickly backtracked, took away their previous statements, issued a new one, and that's honestly exactly what I want to see. Having a dev team that's aware of all the feedback they're getting and making adjustments as they get that feedback is exactly what we need to see in a solid game. I can already tell this game is going to be successful. A dev team that listens to its audience is one that'll make a successful game, and that's what we're constantly seeing of Soul Leveling Arise. You can just tell from our inbox with all these rewards we're getting: 10 custom draw tickets every other day, a bunch of gold, and other enhancements. They just keep the rewards piling on. That's exactly what we want. I know they do have competition coming, but that doesn't mean they can slack, and clearly they aren't slacking. They are pumping out the rewards, making sure the content is coming as well. They have so much planned for us. I don't even know where we're going to start with all this content that's coming out. I know we are all absolutely excited, especially the buffs that are coming to all our current hunters that we already own. But I guess that means the power creep that is coming with the future hunter releases. I'm sure Alicia isn't one of them, but we're probably going to get extremely overpowered hunters coming in. But honestly, I have no complaints there. It'll be something for us to look forward to. So yeah, big props to the devs for making this change. I did want to highlight this since I know a lot of you were stressed about the nerfs coming out. So I did have to make a quick video updating everyone, because these nerfs directly influence what summons you're doing right now. Why would you want to summon for Cha if you know she's going to get nerfed? So you are all clear. You can go ahead and continue summoning for Cha, or even Emma if you want them, alongside any of these other hunters. So we are currently in the clear. And yeah, that's everything I had for you today. Don't forget to go to our previous video where I discuss all the latest codes that are coming out, that being the ones Netmarble does provide me for doing the missions that they provide content creators. Also, the support program is really kicking off. We have 3,272 supporters so far. I can tell you right now, Netmarble is definitely going to hook us up with a bunch of codes to give out, and I can give them directly to the supporters. There is a little button I can press that just sends you codes, so make sure to support us. Once that does happen, I'll be sure to give everyone a ton of rewards, maxing out whatever I can give you. That is all I had for you today. This is Zaf signing out.